Hey guys, welcome to the next video in the Brighton Let's Play of Football Manager 2013, and this is going to be a very, very special one as it is promotion. You know, it is confirmation that we have indeed been promoted, and as you can see here, we are through to the FA Cup final. Don't ask me how that's happened, and yeah, you will be able to see in a moment that we got incredibly lucky, but we're going to be playing QPR, which I know sounds like it'll be almost like a walkover, as QPR, of course, are very, very poor at this point, even with Harry Redknapp just coming in. So it is worth pointing out that QPR are nowhere near as bad as they are in real life currently. So yeah, just to point that out. But as you can see on the league table there, we finished with 94 points. This has easily been one of my most successful teams, at least starting off. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. FMC is great. It's really nice and quick and snappy. And, you know, okay, you do miss a few features, I'll admit. You know, there are, like, you know, you do miss it. To be honest, even the team talks, you sort of realise that things like the team talks and the press conferences, all that type of thing, they just get in the way. And, okay, yeah, you do sort of miss them. You feel like there should be, like, more weight to the game, if you know what I mean. But at the same time, it just allows you to get on with the game, and that's ultimately, you know, messing with your tactics, messing with the players, and ultimately playing the game as you know it. You know, playing the actual matches, and that's kind of what it really is all about at the end of the day. And yeah, you know, and you still got a lot of vital features in there, so I'm really enjoying it. So obviously, let's have a look at a in-depth view of that. In fact, we can't. Why can't I look at the? Hang on. I was going to say the playoffs. By the way, I will be having a live commentary of the FA Cup final against QPR. That will be coming up right after this video, whether that'll be tomorrow or whenever. I will see. But yeah, this is, as I say, how the league stands. So 128, drawn 10 and lost 8. Wolves just behind us there, 3 points behind us, not too far behind overall. Obviously, I think, you know, the one loss there probably overdid it for Wolves. As you can see, they had a much superior goal difference, about 14 whole points ahead of Blackburn. They're in third place, and 24 points ahead of Nottingham Forest in sixth. So, yeah, big gap there. We've got Watford, Sheffield Wednesday, and Barnsley going down, and a lot of teams there in. To be fair, Peterborough, that's a decent result for them. Anyway, stats wise, let's have a look at the stats of the whole thing. So we've got okay, well, to point out just our players first. We've got David Lopez, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, finishing second with 16 assists. That's pretty damn good. Just too shy of Morgan Pedersen, who is arguably, I say arguably, a Premier League player. You know, at least he has been playing in the Premier League for a long time. So, you know, that's absolutely no shame in coming second to him. Gordon Greer, possibly one of the most consistent players over the season I've ever managed. He's absolutely unbelievable. His stats are very, very good. He's very, very important. If you are Brighton, keep hold of this guy and nurture him. He is phenomenal. I think he's probably, let's see here. He scored 8 goals overall. He's been man of the match 8 times. And yeah, he's very, very good. His, he's 32, so he's got the experience. He hasn't got a whole lot of pace, but you know, don't mind that as such in a centre back. And yeah, obviously Cross down there with 2 red cards, joint first. What you don't see there is the goals. I'll try and actually, can I? I can't. Okay. Actually, there you go. Hang on. Can I not see like a more in-depth view? No. Okay. Conceded. No, we can't actually see any of these. Player of the match, yeah, we've seen there down. Yeah, I think that's well. You can't really see any more in depth than. Actually, no, there you go. View full list. I'm blind. So we've got the top there. Obviously, Billy Sharp. Well, you know, for those who have been who are quite new to the channel, Billy Sharp was unreal for me with Southampton and FM12. I signed him. Actually, this was before he moved to Southampton. I should point out. I did sign him about 2 months or so before he did actually move. He was absolutely having a blinder for Doncaster on the save, and I was like, oh, I've got to have this guy. And that was around about the time his kid died as well. It was a terrible shame. Samad Yezel, 20 goals, not bad for an 18-year-old loanee from Liverpool. You can't really argue with that. So, barely the same amount of goals as Craig Bellamy and Jordan Rhodes. And then we've got a bit of a gap to the next Brighton player, but obviously Yezel didn't just carry us. We did have, obviously, got Lopez's assists up there. Christ, really? It's a big gap. It's really not. So we'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. It's easier. Well, Yezel ended up on 24. Dobie on 12. Will Buckley, who is an absolute beast, with 9 assists and 11 goals. Craig McHale-Smith, a decent return of 10 goals. Gordon Greer, that's what I mean. Victor Anichebe coming in for half the season, getting himself 6 goals, not bad. Ashley Barnes with 5. Dean Hammond on loan from Southampton. He will be going back. And yeah, there's there. I mean, Kazenga Lualua probably not really that good enough. Although he did get 6 assists, admittedly, he's still not really that great. Ashley Barnes is one player who seemed to always do really well. I mean, he didn't actually play that much, but look at that. I mean, 5 goals and 5 assists in 8 starts. And okay, he came off on the bench on 11 times, but you really can't argue with that. But yeah, that is basically how it looks. So I'll take it from February then, where I last left off. Lots and lots of games. Let's see, where are we? So I'm going to go from Sheffield Wednesday. We actually lost that Sheffield Wednesday game. Dean Hammond scoring a goal. Stephen Dobie there, probably I think he was the second top scorer, believe it or not, ending up on a ball run for at Hillsborough. So unfortunate there. I think that was like our first loss since. Actually, no, we lost to Wolves, didn't we? Okay. Then we had a 2-2 draw against West Ham. Victor Anichebe, I think that may have, in fact... No, he scored before, hadn't he? I think he had. Let me just have a look. Had he scored before? No, he mustn't have done. Yeah, I think this was his first goal. I'll show you it now. His first goal for the club. It's weird, Victor Anichebe, because he's a player I've always sort of thought is better than what a lot of people think. Oh, Christ, that is grim. Look at that. I mean, funny, I know West Ham isn't like, it's kind of a rough area of London, but Christ, there's no need to represent it with a graffitied stadium. Jesus. Anyway, we've got 71 minutes here. Victor Anichebe, here he goes. If the game ever wants to load it. So again, Greer was a rock in defence. The amount of times I've seen that is just unbelievable. He's so good. Is this great? So a little bit lucky, but Victor Anichebe there skips past the goalkeeper, and it's like, put it in, and he eventually does. He wakes up, and I think that was his first goal. So yeah, good little signing maybe. I'm hoping. He's a local lad. Doesn't live there, or at least he did. I don't know where he lives now, but his family actually went to the same. I'll start again. Was in the same year, and in fact in the same class as his brother. So it's an interesting one. So we got a replay there out of West Ham. 2-0 against Borough. 2 goals for Stephen Dobie, and we actually went ahead and won the return leg against West Ham. 1-0 was an own goal. We'll show you that now. I was looking on the side. We usually do look on the side now to see who scored the goal. As you can see, it does load the match engine, which I know isn't like terrible, but it is kind of an inconvenience, to be honest. It doesn't really see the need in having to load the match engine when I just want to see the screen, the match overview. I'm still looking for a way to stop it from doing that. Let's see, it was a typical counter-attack here. Will Buckley, as I say, he just has these amazing ball-like runs. He just absolutely charges at the defence. He's great in the middle, down the side, and I really don't know what Winston Reid is trying to do there. Jimmy Traore almost, although I don't think anyone will ever beat that. But yeah, that was in the 38th minute, and that put us in front, and we stayed there and got through to the 6th round. Lost 2-0 to Charlton. 2-1 to Charlton. Yezel getting on the score sheet, but nothing doing there. Yezel, though, happily scoring against Bolton. So I mean, it's real difficult to see actually, like to click on the goal. I'm trying to think, can I do that? No, I can't even do that. See, it's like inconvenience. So just click on this, generate the match report, and it's like I can't even edit it. It's like it'd just be so annoying to have to edit out these little things. But here we go. It's from a corner, Dobie's corner. Comes out to Buckley. Even then, he just charges the defence, I guess. And a very strange goal for Yezel. I don't know what Bogdan's doing. That could have arguably been a foul on the goalkeeper, possibly. And Yezel appears to be stuck in the net. That was after just under 4 minutes. Whoopsie. So that was a good start for us. Then we had a cracking game against Reading, 3-3 at home in the FA Cup 6th round. Now I was really wondering that. I thought this is probably going to be our limit. I thought we're going to go out here against a decent Reading team who are doing all right in the Premier League. Actually, I think they are. Anyway, I could be thinking of the wrong one, but Adam Lafondra getting on the score sheet now. For those who have been watching the bloopers video, or the bloopers videos, One of the goals you're about to see will be one of those goals. I don't think it's this one. That's not this one. Goal by Stephen Hunt. Slightly sloppy defending, but also Stephen Hunt, Noel Hunt, and that literally was like the first kick of the game, like literally from the kickoff. And I thought, oh god, this is going to end badly. But no, we responded, and we just ended up having a truly fantastic, truly fantastic game. Really enjoyed watching this, and you know these games, I really don't know what happened then. Yes, I got a lucky break, but how about that for a finish? I mean, okay, the defense was appalling, but that was a quality finish. And there is the Fernando Torres / Usain Bolt celebration, which is completely overdone on this. So this is straight from the kickoff, literally from that goal happening. We go straight into this, and I thought, oh god, here we go. I changed it to attacking, and I thought, no, I'll keep it attacking. And I thought, okay, we'll be able to run on this. And Mal Bronk, he has Premier League experience, and this is the goal that I think, yeah, it is. The goal that you may have seen. I mean, just if you haven't seen the video, and you want to watch the saves, you don't really click on the video. I mean, look at that. I mean, I know that these things happen. Like, sometimes, I mean, they are very, very rare, I'll admit. Well, they're not that rare, but, they are reasonably rare. And sometimes goalkeepers, they do make mistakes. But I just, at the same time, you can't help but surely understand that I do feel that there is a little bit of bullshittery, if you want to call it, in that goal. I mean, it's hard. It's just pure frustration, all right? I'm sure you can understand that. If that happened to you, I'm sure you'd do the same thing and moan and whinge and bitch and say, you know what, this game's broken to shit and I hate it. Of course that's going to make you do it. Why wouldn't it? And here is Super Adam Lafondra. Belated happy birthday to him. He is actually really, really good on this. I would recommend him. He was for a while, not sure if he still is, but was transfer listed at the start of the game. An absolute bargain, quite honestly. And there's Gordon Gray's goal. So, do you know what? I've absolutely lost track of scores, and I think that's 3-2. So we'd actually gone behind. Well, we brought it back to 3-2, and we are a bit of a comeback. We are a bit of a... I can't speak today. It's too late. We are the comeback kings. And... so it was pretty evident here. Here goes Buckley again, and see what I mean about these charging runs. Check this out. I don't know if it's, again, people have always complained about wingers being overpowered on FM. I mean, to be honest, though, wingers are very easy to perceive as being overpowered. Because of just the raw pace. Pace. There's no two ways about it. Pace on this wins games. Pace in a player can single-handedly win your game. And there's an example there. Yesil completely does the defence, and Brighton pull it back from 2-0 down. So we had 20 minutes still left in that game, but unfortunately there was no way of getting a win up. So we had to go to the Medeski, which we'll see in a moment. 1-2-0 at Burnley. Lewis Dunk, who is also a great player, with the goal, and Stephen Dobie once again scoring and hammering Blackpool 4-1. An own goal, Yesil, Buckley and Dunk. That's 2 goals in 2 games for him with the goal. And then we played Reading 2-1 at the Medeski and got through to the semis. Mikael Smith and Will Buckley scoring, and there's evidence again for the quality that is Will Buckley. If anyone is a Brighton fan or knows the Brighton team, I'm sure you've probably heard his name once or twice before in real life. Will Buckley, he is a very prominent player in that Brighton team, I'm led to believe. Let's see here. So this was literally at the end. Will Buckley's goal, 91st minute. I was going mental when this went in. We didn't really have like the hardest run. I've talked about this before in FM12, with Liverpool, because I always just used to win the FA Cup like a ridiculous amount of times with Liverpool. And as so many people really complained about it, really, no one complained about the fact that I was winning so much with Liverpool. I mean, I was expecting people to go, "Oh, you're cheating," but no, it was. I'm really not sure what happened here. This was just, again, goal kicks. I mean, a lot of, I've talked about before how I hate goalkeepers punting the ball up the field like it's American football and just giving the possession away, because it always feels as if you lose it all the time, all those 50-50s. Anyway, this is in just added time. The board's just gone up. And look at this from Will Buckley. This is just unbelievable run. Okay, maybe it's not. I'm thinking of another goal. There was a goal he did score where he literally picked her up from where he was there and just ran at the Messi style, ran at the defence, beat them all. And yeah, did so well. I mean, this is a bit lucky. Here's Ashley Barnes, though. He came on as a sub, obviously. Whips a good cross in. Mikael Smith, good save by Federici. Drops to Buckley, hammers it in, and we are through to the FA Cup semi-final. Unbelievable. Will Buckley. Very, very good player. Absolute recommendation for sure. Even if you are a Premier League team, I'd recommend them. So, yeah, but as I say, we didn't really have the hardest of tasks to get to this final. I mean, played Nuneaton in the third round. That's a bit of a bye, if I'm going to be honest. Had a good game against Leicester, although beatable. Let's be honest here. We have beat them, I think, in the league. Yeah, we drew 2-2 at the Walkers, or whatever the hell it's called now, the Gary Lineker Stadium or something, I don't know. Where are they? We beat them 3-2 at home. There you go. And we beat them again 3-2 there. West Ham slightly difficult. We managed to overcome them at home though. Given home advantage. And Reading, not exactly hard. It's not like we've played Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, all these great teams. We probably would have been spanked. No, we played some reasonable. I say that like that because reasonably easy teams. I mean, by comparison to the teams I've just brought up. But here we go, 1-0. Will Buckley scoring again, this time against Watford. And then we had 2-0 to Hull, which was slightly disappointing, but I think I put out... No, I didn't. I think I may have insta-resulted that one, just because it was like 1st of April. I don't know, maybe I did, I don't know. But I took control back. Yeah, I definitely instant resulted that one. I was like, fuck's sake. That taught me a lesson. Don't instant result. And 1-0 against... And please don't pelt me with your thing going, I don't like you when you do instant results. I'm allowed to do maybe 1 or 2. There's a reason why it's there. It's kind of fun to see what the computer thinks of your team and all that as well sometimes. I mean, if I do it once or twice, I'm sure you would. I'm sure if you play FMC, you might do instant result once or twice, or maybe even 3 or 4 times a season. Who knows? Anyway, Peterborough away. Gordon Greer with a goal yet again. An outstanding performance from him. Ipswich. Dean Hammond and Gary Dicker with a goal, who I brought back into the team there. Doing quite well. And then probably the crowning achievement all season, 3-2 at Wembley against Manchester United. How we did this, I have no idea. I cannot explain this one. I think, let's have a look. Let's see the goals. So, Vidic, Welbeck, Doby, Anichebe and Mikael Smith. Now, there's no late winners and all that. Will Buckley actually had quite a bad game, as you can see there. But look at that from Doby. Just comes to him and hammers it. Absolutely hammers it into the bottom corner. And that was the start we needed. I said attacking, go for it. Because, it's the point in sitting... There's no point in sitting back against United. And there's, a similar goal. Almost exactly the same carbon copy. This time Victor Anichebe at 2-0. 2-0 after 25 minutes against Manchester United. And what happens when you score too early against Manchester United? This happens. Yeah, never. That's one thing I hate about playing United. You don't want to score early. Or even just watching other teams play United. If they score early, that's a bad thing. Especially this season when they appear to really just be coming back from the dead time and time again. That Hernandez performance against Villa is the one that really stands out. But they did it again here. I mean, I'm not sure what Will Buckley's trying to do. I've seen a lot of players do this on FM13, and this is a new thing I've noticed where they'll take the ball to the byline, stop, so kill the ball, sort of turn, completely in the opposite direction, and then try to sort of move the ball on, almost as if like a trick almost, but it doesn't really work half the time. They just sort of fall over. But there's Danny Welbeck. What do you expect? Manchester United come back, and at this point I thought, shit. So I just kind of left my tactics, but Mikael Smith completely left on his own now. I think United were in the ascendancy, and look, I mean, you can see how many defenders they had back, but they left Mikael Smith all on his own. And the goalkeeper, I think it's De Gea, that's Thomas Lindegaard, completely left. Well, he didn't leave it, but he couldn't really get his power on it, and we're through to the final. So that was the only real sort of difficult game, and I think at this point we actually, this is the live commentary that I did with this. This was the of course the amazing Bruno goal. Well, I wanted to give you like a proper full review. Cause this is to new subscribers. Obviously, I realise there has been a slight spike in subs lately, so I just want to give you, sort of, this is how things are going to work. I won't do this as early. I usually do this after the season's over, completely over. I mean, in early years, obviously we've got the FA Cup to do and the European Cup to do and all that, but we usually do it a bit later on, just not like this. This early, I should say. It's pretty much in the same vein as this, obviously with the FA Cup done. We hadn't had a 2-0 victory over Blackburn, which really, I think at this point, to say we were promoted. I think we just needed to clinch the title from Wolves. And then this completely solidified it. Victor Onichebe scoring a hat-trick against Cardiff. Will Buckley, David Lopez and Gordon Greer. See, I mean, looks at what I mean about consistent performances. I mean, I know this was quite painful scoring against Cardiff, as I like Cardiff. Because I've taken them to the Premier League twice and, I've enjoyed reasonable success with Cardiff. But, I think that's kind of the difference, really, between my Cardiff teams and my Brighton teams. That is literally the difference. And then I think that confirmed us as champions. So I think the last 2 games I put out a half-arsed team. Or actually, no, I didn't half-arse it. I put out, so I realised we were playing the FA Cup final, so I put likes of Painter and Forster Kasky, who's a decent little youngster, Yezil, and, Yezil, I mean, he's 20 goals a season, but, he's still young, and then I completely played a half-arse team in this, playing likes of Solly March and Hoskins and all these young players. Admittedly, they scored, but 5-2, and Bruno had a shocker. I mean, an absolutely horrible game, and Luar he's awful, actually. I mean, I know his stats suggest that he's good, but honestly, he's not that good. Obviously, the FA Cup finals to come. So that is going to be a live commentary coming up next. And yes, so that is pretty much it. In terms of transfers, I guess, which I will go over now. Do we have any coming in? No, we don't as of this stage. However, I will be back in February after the FA Cup final to do, obviously, like a transfer roundup and stuff from there. I'm hoping to bring in some really good players in the Premier League. Hopefully we can attract some decent players. But obviously, before we think about that, we have the chance to qualify for Europe and win a trophy. So can I possibly do a double in the first season? I mean, that would take some beatings in the future. But that would be an absolutely incredible start. And we will see. So thank you very much for watching. I will be back then with the FA Cup final. Can't believe I'm saying that in the first season against Queen's Park Rangers. And I still can't believe I'm saying that. So I'll see you then. So bye-bye for now.